Hi, this is Jen. I'm a team member of the Seed Movement, and I'd like to share a meditation with you today that I'm calling Feeding My Soul. And this meditation arose out of working on myself, clearing traumas and growing and transforming through the seed meditations. I've been meditating with Lannette for about 4 years now, and I access her library of over 200 meditations now through Patreon. So I've done every meditation in there at least once, if not multiple times, to help me find my way through. And then, as part of the seed movement, sharing what treasures I find. And this is one of the treasures I found. So for the past couple of months, I kept seeing myself bent over in the soil, on the ground, with both my palms on the earth, and sometimes even like literally washing my arms with earth. And I had no idea what that meant, but I observed it and looked at it and noticed it. And then, and this went on for a couple of months, and I thought, well, sacred the earth actually was what the words that showed up for me were: sacred the earth, as if sacred were a verb, to sacred. And I rolled with that. I still didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, what action I was supposed to take, until about a month ago. I was at a little tiny organic farmer's market near my house, and one of the farmers came up to me, Betty, and said hello. And the message came again, right when I needed it. And I said, wow. I said, hey, do you guys need any help here on the farm? And she said, yes. So for about 4 weeks now, I've been helping out on this farm. And that's kind of a silly way to say it, because the farm has been helping me grow and transform in enormous and profound ways. And I've never farmed, by the way. I would say that I was horrible with plants. House plants, don't have any. And I've planted a few flowers outside in the past, but then I never tended to them, and, that didn't go well. So this has been a very different experience, working in this field. And I'm going to say that with a capital W, because it's been such an honor to touch the earth and be in that space. And it's not an intellectual thing, and this, I've heard Lannette say this, the seed movement is about looking at the world through a filter of love. And I can really say that that's how I'm looking at this. And I have fallen in love with the food that comes out of the earth. And yesterday, I brought home some berries that I had harvested in the sun for hours, actually, raspberries and blackberries. And I presented them to my son next to a piece of his favorite pizza. And I just asked him, I said, what does your body resonate with? And he said, he just thought it was, he's like, oh, this is a trick question. Of course it's the berries. And of course he enjoys pizza and eats plenty of pizza, but it's a different experience. And within 3 or 4 days of working on the farm, I had this profound experience of my body recognizing this environment at a deep level, like my bones, my blood, my cells. My body remembered and recognized, resonated with, and identified with this as a source of food. And this has never happened to me before, like at this kind of a level. It's a spiritual level too. And I also came to realize, as I'm harvesting and tending these gardens with love, that everything, the rain, the sun, the living soil, the birds flying overhead, the bees flying all around my fingers and hands as I'm harvesting, the bugs, the spiders, the caterpillars, the praying mantises, the whole universe comes together to present and give this food to us. And I had this yesterday as I was really busy harvesting. I still take a moment and look around and say, what is the message I'm supposed to be receiving? What's the message today? And it was of the give. There was so much giving. The earth wants to give to us. The earth wanted to give all this abundant food and the visual. I'm going to provide pictures too. The visual, it is so abundant and so generous. There's no scarcity. There's obviously perceived scarcity at times with food, but the earth wants to give. That's the message I was given yesterday. And with that, I would like to lead a little meditation about feeding the soul. And what I've also received is that food is a message to our soul. And, for a long time, I was buying food in grocery stores, and the closest that I got to a farm was maybe on a box of crackers or cereal, a picture of a sunrise and a tractor on a field. And that was my, connection to nature, is through that cardboard box or plastic packaging, and something I was told that was food. And I was given this message in a very different way from the universe. And it's about oneness, that I'm one and made of the same thing. It came from the same creative source as this food that can support me in being at my highest vibration, that I am close to the earth and close to the source when I consume this food and this message. And correcting, maybe any blockages or healing anything that's gone off balance in my body by supporting myself with these direct messages from food, from source, rather than having to translate whatever comes out of a box. My body has to work pretty hard to recognize that as the message from source. So here's my helpful hint from heaven in this meditation that I'm calling Feeding My Soul. It's to be true, to our soul's highest vibration when we feed ourselves messages. Feed ourselves those messages of the highest vibration that help bring our souls to a state of oneness. So let's begin our meditation with our deep breathing. If you can be in nature to create this meditation, in a garden, at a farm. Right now I'm sitting in my kitchen looking out at the rain and the garden outside. But if you can't, that's okay too, because we're going to create this meditation behind our eyelids like a movie. So take your deep breaths in, deep through the nose only, deep down into the belly. Exhale all your worries out only through your mouth and see them disappear out through your mouth. And let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale deep through the nose, deep down into the belly. If you can create the inhale for 10 seconds, helping to relax the head, body, and shoulders. Exhaling for 10 seconds. This is where the magic happens, where we're deeply relaxed. So now I'm going to ask you to feel that ball of light above the head like a soccer ball. Breathing it in on 3, 2, 1, in through the top of the head, down the eyes, down the nose, down the throat, and gently into the heart center. Feel that light radiating through your body, up through the top of your head, into the heavens, And let that light radiate as far as you can across that farm, across the beautiful land, across Mother Earth. We're looking to feel this experience rather than to think it. And today we're going to bring in the sun energy. So let's invite in the energies to fill the soul or the vessel with light, and feel and see in your mind's eye that light, golden sunlight coming in through the top of the head, filling your body, filling your vessel, asking for a new way to look at the world in ways that are organic and authentic and pure, in childlike ways of perceiving through the heart with more love. So now we're going to ask the sun to remove anything that we're feeding ourselves that separates us from our true loving selves. And this could be anything our soul doesn't recognize or align with or identify with. It could be old habits or belief systems about what we're feeding our soul. And this can be things like processed food, GMOs, anything like lotions we put on our body. Does our body recognize it? And we can take a moment and feel in our heart and ask the gold light, what are these things that our bodies, our souls do not recognize, that we're feeding ourselves? These are also, they could be messages that we're hearing. Use all of our senses. What am I hearing? These messages that don't align with my soul. What visuals am I consuming? TV, social media, billboards that don't align with and my soul does not recognize. What am I connecting with and what am I choosing? And when you have those things in your heart that are blocking you, we're going to hand them over and we're going to ask the sunlight, the golden light, to remove those in gold butterflies on 3, 2, 1. Inhaling deep through the top of the head. Exhaling out the heart. Let go of those beautiful butterflies, transforming all of the messages that don't resonate with the soul that we've been feeding ourselves, maybe for many, many years. And let those butterflies go. Watch them disappear up into the sky. They're going, they're disappearing into the clouds until you can no longer see them. And let's inhale the gold light, feeling the balance all through our body. Feeling the peace that comes with feeling more alive and aware of what the soul wants. A remembrance, an identification, a coming home and a belonging to the universe and what's to our source, to oneness. And here we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for helping us choose ourselves today, our true selves. And I'd like to ask you to imagine yourself to stand up in the earth, on Mother Earth, with our roots. See the roots growing out of the bottom of our feet, deep into Mother Nature, grounding us. And here we're going to ask Mother Nature to take away one thing from us that we're still holding on to. And I'm stepping out here in the rain with my bare feet, feeling the earth under my feet now, and asking Mother Nature to infuse me with empowerment. And here we say thank you, thank you, thank you.